on Thursday adjourned the arraignment of former Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello to November 27, 2024 regarding fresh 16-count charges brought against him by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. Bello, alongside two others, Shaubu Orita and Abdusalami Hudu, faces charges relating to criminal breach of trust and conspiracy to commit an offense totaling 110.4 billion. At the resumed hearing, EFCC counsel Jamiu Agoro requested an adjournment to ensure Bello's presence in court for arraignment, as the court's order, issued on October 3rd, had not yet expired. According to the prosecution, the 30-day window provided by the court for summons was still active. Recall that the court had issued a public summons for Bello to appear and respond to the 16 charges against him. Justice Anenih ordered the summons to be published in a widely circulated newspaper and pasted at Bello's least known address, as well as in prominent locations within the court's premises. Agoro further requested the court extend the time for Bello's appearance and sought permission to post a hearing notice at his last known address. He stated, "I will humbly pray, Your Lordship, for an extension of time for the first defendant to be present in court. We believe it would not be appropriate to proceed while the 30-day period is still active." Meanwhile, Bello's co-defendants, Oricha and Hudu, have been granted administrative bail by the EFCC. Aliyu Saki's SAN, counsel for the second defendant, confirmed the bail and voiced no objection to the adjournment request. The EFCC prosecutor informed the court that an arrangement had been reached with the defense team to reconvene on November 27, as the previous date of November 20 was inconvenient. After hearing submissions from all parties, the judge granted the EFCC's request for an adjournment and approved the posting of the hearing notice at Bello's residence. The trial judge then adjourned the case to November 27 for arraignment. It states, "I have considered the application for adjournment by the complainant, the issuance of a hearing notice, and the submissions from the second and third defendants. The application is granted," she said. Barrister Manki, you are a barrister and a practicing one. From the judiciary, I want to get your thoughts on this.
Well, you don't necessarily need to get my thoughts. In fact, I'm sure the view of Nigerians on this matter is all over the place, and is quite unfortunate the way things are going in this country. We watch the drama, the up and downs, the hide and seek game that was going on. In fact, as I speak to you now, this is my personal view. I see the EFCC as a kind of attack dog that the government is using the way it wants to, or the individuals that the government is not very comfortable with. You see, where law works, where the law works, I mean, no individual, no matter how highly placed you are, can defy the law and get away with it. You hear about the amount of money that they are talking about, though it's an allegation. And that aside, we are aware of what is happening in our system, wherein the state treasury is in the hand. I had an attorney general talking about a governor, that nobody has a right to question the governor how he spent the state money. So we find ourselves in a very difficult situation wherein people, appear to be able to do a lot of things and get away with it. If you look at the federal government, there have been a lot of cases. For instance, this is my own personal view. If a governor steals state money, right, and they are recovering the money, return the money to the state coffer. He stole the state's money, not federal government money. Why would you transfer the money to federal government? Then the state will completely, lost out in terms of development or whatever that money would have given them. You not transfer the money to federal. I have my own personal view about that. But looking at the issue of Yahaya Bello of Kogi State, it's a very funny situation that has been on, off and on and off and on. I can tell you this matter as it is. Ultimately, you won't be surprised. The next thing you will hear is that there has been pre-bargain. It's going to bring so amount of money, if that happens at all. If not, practically nothing will come out of it. You may ask me, why am I sounding that pessimistic? Don't I have faith in the law? Don't I believe that our law is working? You realize, or you find yourself in a situation where you saw the drama that was happening, that it was in the present governor's lodge in Abuja and all whatnot, all the drama that was going on. At the end of the day, the question is, what is the level of investigation that has been done by the prosecution? Are we not going to see a situation wherein this matter will be struck out for want of diligent prosecution? These are some questions, because we see from what has happened so far, I don't have any hope of anything substantial. The way the whole thing is going is just for formality's sake. You'll be surprised on the next date, Yahaya Bello will not even come to court, because the present governor is actively protecting him.
So why do you think the case will be just placed on bail?
Yeah, the executive, as it were. The executive, as it were. They operate with audacious impunity. You see, when rule of law works, a child in the primary school and the president knows that he cannot just do certain things and get away with it. The law will cut off with him or her. Whoever is heading any agency. And when this thing permeates and runs down, you heard about the medical doctors we are talking about. Why would they operate with that level of impunity? It's because of what they are seeing. And they know that you can do certain things and get away with it. The moment the issue of consequence, people know that they can do things and get away with it without any consequence, forget it, that system is gone. And that's what we find here. It's a very funny situation.
So are you trying to say in essence that Yahaya Bello's case will not be taken seriously?
I don't see I'm very sorry to tell you, I don't see anything substantial that will come out of it in the light of what has transpired so far to this point. Do you understand?
Well, the case has been in court since.
Of course, it's been in court.
Under investigation, because it's an alleged.
Oh, let me, if you don't understand what is going on, I will just give you a flip. Did you follow up the case of Maryann Anenih?
Yes, sir.
You see how they tormented Binta Anyaku of Federal High Court. In fact, I'm sure that woman was praying that drama should happen in court. And God answered her prayer. And Maryann Anenih addressed her. And she grabbed that opportunity with her 2 hands and 2 legs and threw the fire out. I'm sure that night she will rest in peace in terms of sleeping for the first time. Because a country that, they were using the judicial system manipulatively to the point of holding that the government of Nigeria does not recognize the international crime called extraordinary rendition and all whatnot. You just use the law, manipulate, just turn the law upside down. In fact, me, Court of Appeal came into that matter. And this something excellent and order that the young man should be released. The government is not willing. It's in the DSS dungeon till now that we are talking. It's a very funny situation. So, to me, if you ask me if I lost confidence in the judiciary system.
Yeah, I actually wanted to get to that. Why do you feel that the system is not working? I don't know. Why do you lose confidence?
You see, this...
The EFCC have actually been making investigation, and they have been working. You can see, according to the story, that the EFCC have been, they refuse to grant him bail. They have not decided to grant him bail. So it means the case is still under investigation. And the judiciary is making sure that justice is, I don't know, but I just wanted to know why you feel that they will not let justice be served.
You see, when law, let me pay particular attention to what I'm going to say now. When law is applied with qualification, when individuals come into play, something is wrong in that system. Do you understand it?
Yes, sir.
Once law is applied with qualification because of individual personalities, then you know something is wrong in that system. If I ask a simple question, why is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in prison? I love justice, me, sitting down here. I don't care who is involved. Do justice. When you do justice, it brings about peace. But
we are not certain about what the court's judgments would be yet.
No.
So we cannot come into conclusion.
No, we are not talking about the conclusion. But it's just like a day-old hatched egg. An expert in agric can tell you that. You see that one that is limping there is a cockerel. You will doubt. You will argue. He's been there in this field. He has seen a sign that gives him the impression that just hatched egg is a chick, is a cockerel. You say, okay, mark the leg, and you put a mark on the leg. You will watch slowly but surely. You will see that chick grow into a cockerel. I say, how did you know? It tells you it's out of experience, that it's been here for a while. Do you understand it?
Yes, sir.
As I'm talking to you now as a lawyer, it's so funny that the system of our law now has been manipulatively turned into what I may prefer to call a justice system that responds to individuals.
So why do you think the system is not working?
It's individuals that are manning the system. Do you understand? When you talk about patriotism, why would an Israeli be ready to die for Israel? Just the name Israel. You heard of a situation that happened some time ago that an American government came all the way from US to Nigeria to release one of its citizens that was captured by terrorists. One. But Nigerians are being killed in their hundreds. And nothing is happening. Why? You should ask yourself that. Who are those that are supposed to handle that? Security agents. Why are they not acting? Because of the perpendicular order that comes from above.
Okay.
They are not asked to act in that way. You will see anything that deals with this executive. The executive. Isn't it this government that said if you move to a particular side, that your sins are forgiven? And people make such comments with audacious impunity. And we see them translate to reality. Okay. And you begin to wonder what is going on. And you ask yourself, what is the purpose of the law?
So we should have a working system that the law would...
With no respect of persons. No respect of persons. The moment you have the law in such a manner, that's why we talk about rule of law.
Okay.
Once that happens, everybody will sit up and the right thing will be done.
Thank you, Barrister Manki.